This is breaking news.
This is a remarkable, great southern city. It has a history and a legacy like no other city in the South. This is a city that Tennesseans recognize as crucial and important if Tennessee is going to lead the country in the ways that we believe that she should.
Thank you so much for joining us for Fox 13 News at midday. I'm Mandy Rock. We do have some breaking news for you today. The feds will arrive in Memphis next week, and that does include the National Guard. Governor Bill Lee just made that announcement. The National Guard is one of more than a dozen agencies that will be a part of the Memphis Safe Task Force. Governor Lee says Memphis is about to get a level of crime-fighting resources that's never been seen before in American history.
Never before has a city in this country had access to the level of resources that is about to be made to the city of Memphis. There's no city in America that has access to the resources we're about to get. And that is very hopeful for me. And I see this team of professionals behind us that are willing to work together and make this city safe. It's exciting for me. We have to do this.
And Fox 13's Troyce Grant was live at that news conference asking the governor about how this is going to all play out. She joins us now with a closer look on what we can expect. Troyce?
Yes, new details we just learned include when we will actually see agents here in Memphis, what other agencies will be involved, and whether or not guardsmen can actually make arrests. Now, you will start to see them here next week, but the whole process will be in phases. 13 different agencies will be working together over the next few weeks. That includes the National Guard, FBI, ATF, DEA, and ICE. Memphis is also getting a big boost in state troopers with more than 300 members of Tennessee Highway Patrol, part of the plans. And other states may play a role too. The governor said that nearby cities and states may be asked to hold anyone arrested in the crime crackdown if 211 Poplar gets too full. However, in most cases, it won't be the National Guard making those arrests.
The Guard will not be making arrests, and the Guard will not be armed except and unless the local law enforcement makes requests for that. So this is mission dependent, which means that when we begin this operation, we're going to understand a whole lot more about what's necessary out there. And information from the police department, for example, on what support they need will determine and drive whether or not a particular National Guardsman is armed. If that's what's necessary to support the Memphis Police Department, then that will be a decision that's made at the time. But
now they will officially be here starting Monday. Governor Lee said he's been working with the federal government and other local enforcement to get these plans going, and you will see them again next week. The authorization has officially been made. Mandy?
All right, that was Fox 13's Troyce Grant reporting live for us. Thank you so much, Troyce. Well, Memphis Mayor Paul Young and Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis also spoke on the federal response to Memphis.
There's a lot of feelings, passionate emotions, whether you're for it or against it. But as the leader of our city, my goal is to make sure that as resources come into our community, we find ways to use them effectively and for the benefit of the residents of our great city. Memphis is a city that I love, been here all my life, and I want to see Memphis succeed. And I will say that success is the only option. That's one of the things we talked about in our meeting just prior to this. We have 3 goals that we have as a city as we go through this. Number 1, we want to make sure that we're building on the existing strategies that have demonstrated success. Number 2, we want to make sure that as we go through this process, we maintain the continuity of services to the public. And then number 3, we want to make sure that we find ways to sustain the gains that we will achieve long term.
As many of you know, the Memphis Police Department and local law enforcement have asked for several years to have more federal law enforcement support to investigate and to help facilitate the prosecution of individuals that are committing the worst of the worst crimes in our city. And so today, we are pleased to know that there are 13 agencies that will be working with us over the next few weeks so that we can see a difference in our city.
And the city of Memphis did just launch a resource hub for updates on the federal government's plans. This is a look at that webpage. The city says it will provide transparency and timely updates on how resources will be used in Memphis and serve as a central hub for information about city services, reporting tools, and public safety resources. And of course, we'll post a link on our website and free Fox 13 News app. Now, this isn't the first time the National Guard was deployed to Memphis. Back in 1968, the National Guard was deployed in response to the sanitation workers' strike and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. 4,000 guardsmen were a part of that effort. And Fox 13 is staying on top of this breaking news and what it means for our community. We'll have the latest on the Memphis Safe Task Force throughout the day on Fox 13 News, on air and online. And you can also download our free Fox 13 News app for the latest details.